All right, guys, welcome to another interview. I'm Brian with Top Notch Lawns. Today I'm going to be interviewing Chuck, who's also known as C Breezy. And later on in the interview, you'll figure out why we all call him C Breezy. And if you haven't checked out his channel, please do. He's a really good guy. He's got a lot of good information. He'll help you guys out. And Chuck, I really appreciate you doing this interview with me, buddy.
Yeah, man. This is a cool thing you got going. I watched your video the other day with DK. That was cool. So yeah, man, I hope a lot of people get involved in this.
Well, I want to thank you again, Chuck, for doing this interview with me. And let's get started. If I asked your friends, Chuck, what would they say about you?
That's a really hard one to answer. A lot of my friends, you'd have to put, I don't know, age restrictions on your channel if they were talking. A lot of my, I guess they'd say I'm very detail oriented. I can be very motivated once I get a path set. But I like to goof off a lot, but that doesn't get in the way of my goals.
Well, Chuck, if you've seen any of my videos, man, you know I love to goof off, man. I love to have fun. So, but anyway, what kind of changes are you going to have with your business this year?
Changes to my business this upcoming year. Not a whole lot, other than equipment. You know, I'm always looking at what next piece of equipment I want to buy, and I bounce back and forth on how I want to go with it. Right now, I'm in the mindset of I'm just going to fix up my Bobcat, my 36, and buy a new Honda. Even though there's nothing wrong with my current one, but I'm going to buy a new Honda and a new trimmer just to have new equipment to start that warranty rotation. I want to get into that this year. That way, every 2 years, I'm just getting rid of a piece of equipment, picking up a new piece. And that way, I'm always got a good warranty, or 3 year, or 5 year, or whatever the equipment is for the piece. Because I know I've got different warranty stuff. So yeah, I'm going to stick with residential again this year. I kept thinking about maybe getting into some commercial stuff. I want to stay solo op again this year. I toyed with hiring a crew or hiring a helper, and I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay solo op again one more year. Once I double, my goal is to double my business this year. If that happens really fast, if I go more than double, then I'll be forced to hire a helper. If I don't, my goal is to just stay solo op again. So not a whole lot of changes. I just want to plug on. I will be marketing different. I didn't do a whole lot of marketing this season. So, flyers, and I'm not really sure which route I want to go. Craigslist was a big winner for me. I know there's some mixed reviews on that, but it worked out great for me. It's the only thing I did this year. So I add flyers, and I'm not really sure what else, but there'll be some marketing changes.
Sounds like a good plan to me, Chuck. So tell me, Chuck, you seem like a really well-grounded individual. Who's the biggest influence on you in your life?
The biggest influence on my life, one would be, there's two major influences, or maybe I should say three. The military. Between active duty military and National Guard service, 17 years in the military, so at different parts of my life, I grew up in the military, I guess you could say, and so that was a major influence, especially with an influence on work ethic. Another influence would be, on top of all that time in the military, I also have 15 years-ish as a operations manager in transportation, and that as far as from a management perspective, I think that's been a big influence on the way I look at my business and how I want to make decisions now. Personal influence, my wife. before my wife, we've been married for 13 years, and she's been a major influence on who I am personally, because I was a different person than I am now, and if she wouldn't have came into my life, I wouldn't be running a business right now, and I wouldn't have been as long of a manager in that other industry. I wouldn't have made it in either of those. I was going down a different path in life, so to say, and so yeah, major influence, my wife.
That's awesome, man. I can tell you really, really love your wife, man. That's pretty cool. So where do you see yourself in 5 years, Chuck?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Personally, on the personal side of life, in 5 years, let's see, my oldest, she'll be in her last year of high school. So getting her, more prepared and figuring out, hopefully we've already got the college plan figured out by then. We'll be, in 5 years, we will be in a different house. A larger house, more accommodating to our life. Right now I live in the city, in development. It's not bad. It's just not me. I like a little more property. So in 5 years, I'll be back on the outskirts of town having a property. As far as the business, in 5 years, I will be focusing on growing the business, not working the business. In 5 years, I will be running crews, and I will be an estimator. I'll be in the office doing site visits. I won't be working the business in 5 years, unless emergencies and helping, but not as a mainstay of a crew.
Well, that seems like a pretty good plan to me, Chuck. That's kind of what I want to do. So, Chuck, why did you start making YouTube videos, man?
I started making YouTube videos. Really, this year is my first year making YouTubes, and I don't know. I was watching everybody's lawn care videos, and that got me motivated, and it made me feel like I was part of a community. So I started making them too. And then that kind of spawned into, anybody who watches my channel knows that there's more than just lawn care on there. I don't use it to promote my business. I don't think, other than maybe if somebody catches a t-shirt here and there, I don't even talk about my company as far as who I am or anything like that. Mine's just my main part of my channel is just being a part of a community, man, and showing my interests, and hopefully somebody can pick up some stuff that I've done wrong and not make the same mistake, or if they're thinking of something I've already done and shown, they see where I've goofed up, they can make a better decision and help somebody else down the road.
Well, you are right, Chuck. It is a pretty good community we have here on YouTube, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad you're a part of it. So, if you could give a new business owner one tip, what would it be? My biggest tip would be know what your responsibilities are at the end of the year. And it's really hard at first, the whole putting taxes away and, being ready for, in my state, lawn care is sales tax. You have to collect sales tax on lawn care. Just be aware and prepare yourself a little better than what I have. I started with nothing at the beginning of my season, really, as far as money wise, and I think I'm going to be okay. I think I've put enough back for what I've made this year that I'm still working on my sales tax stuff. But that'd be a big tip. Just be prepared to always looking forward. There's your biggest tip. Always looking forward. Where you want to grow, what you're going to owe. Well, I certainly think it's real common for business owners, especially their first year, to get pretty nervous around tax time. This was my first full year, and I know I'm pretty nervous. So I hope everything goes all right. I hope I kind of did things the way I should, but we'll see. All right, Chuck, last question. What's your favorite channel on YouTube?
My favorite channel on YouTube. That is extremely hard because I have a ton of favorite channels. I mean, I like Top Notch. It freaking cracks me up, man. I like hearing people talk about their business and what's going on in their day. I watch more YouTube than I watch TV. Geek to Freak. Greg got me. He probably motivated me most on getting my business going. I was watching him a lot. He's the first person I started watching. Keith Kalfas. That is a motivating, goofy dude. It's cool. And speaking of goofy, Mow Your Yard, man, he cracks me up. I could watch him babble all day long. He's funny. And then you got Seth. Seth's cool, man. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing some people out there. Oh, am I missing Mighty Lawns? That's for you guys that know that's been around my channel since the beginning. I used to use my name, and if everybody doesn't know my name's Chuck. And then I picked up C Breezy from Mighty Lawns. I don't know what it was, which post really it was in the beginning of my channel, and I didn't really want to use, since I don't promote my business on my channel. I didn't want to use my name. I was looking for a different name to use because I didn't want customers really to go look me up, because like I said, I've got other stuff on my channel right now. Like it's wintertime, so right now I'm focusing on my fitness thing, and then whatever other goofy stuff I can come up with. But so I wanted to do a name change, and then my DK, I don't remember one post, he called me C Breezy, and I was like, you know what, that's cool, I like it. So if anybody ever wonders why I'm called C Breezy, well, you can go over to DK's channel, you can go over to Mighty Lawns and be like, why did you give him that name? So there you go.
Every time I ask that question, everybody always tells me that's a hard question to answer, and I agree. If somebody asked me that question, I honestly, there's no way I could just name one. There's a ton of channels I like, lawn care and not lawn care, but there's everybody has a whole bunch of channels they like, and I kind of feel like that I don't want to leave somebody out, but what's a good interview without putting somebody on the spot a little bit? So I appreciate you doing the interview, Chuck, and I hope you have a lot of success with your company next year. And for anybody who hasn't checked out Chuck's channel, C Breezy, please go check him out. Good channel, good guy, and he's a good dude. So go check him out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching again. I really appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned because I got a lot of good interviews coming up, man. I got the lawn care rookie. I got Lincoln Landscaping. I got the animal. I mean, who knows what that guy's gonna do? Geek to Freak. I got Brian over there, Mow Your Yard. And next up, I got a couple people that really asked for this guy, and I don't think he's going to disappoint. So next up, I got SEF the Lawn Surgeon. This guy's incredible. He's just a cool guy, man. Just a cool guy, and I'm really looking forward to doing this interview with him. And please go check him out. You won't be disappointed. His channel is awesome. So please stay tuned. Man, you guys have been amazing. I mean, everybody's wanting to do this for me, and I appreciate it. And thanks a lot, guys. And till next time, we'll see you later.